Hello, everyone. I'm AT Storm Track meteorologist Austin Haskins. We had a beautiful day on our Wednesday. Lots of sunshine. Some of those fair weather cumulus clouds did develop in the afternoon, but other than that, we stayed rain-free. Highs yesterday, mostly in the lower 80s. We got to 82 in both Eau Claire and in Menominee. We got to 85, though, in Black River Falls, so a little warmer there. We did stay in the upper 70s to the north and east, but the one nice thing, too, yesterday was the dew points overall were a little bit lower, and this is for Eau Claire, mostly staying in those mid to upper 50s yesterday. Now, it did come back up towards the low 60s late in the afternoon into early in the evening, but considering where we were over the 4th of July holiday and into the start of this week, certainly did feel pretty nice out there, but unfortunately, that's going to be going away as we go forward here the next couple of days. We're tracking very humid conditions today and Friday, though it'll still be a bit on the humid side. Saturday, it'll just be a little bit lower. Then we are tracking a chance of scattered showers and storms today through Saturday morning. And then Sunday looking to be really, really nice. So our storm chance the next couple of days will be fueled by this warm front that is out to our west this morning. Some showers and storms out ahead of it. That's going to be tracking likely just to our south. And then some more showers and storms to the north and west that'll likely stay to our north. This cold front will be the focal point for some showers and storms into Friday, especially Friday night into the start of our Saturday. As I mentioned, it will be turning very humid once again. This is looking off the European model, but we are going to be mostly in that humid to very humid category all the way through at least Saturday. Now, the Europeans kind of running maybe slightly higher than what I think we're going to actually see. I think we're mostly going to see mid to upper 60s, but we could see it reach the low 70s in a few locations at times. But by Saturday afternoon, we should start to see it come back down towards that muggy category, which would be the low to mid 60s. So we are going to deal with the humid weather. Thankfully, it's not going to be all that hot, but it'll just feel a little bit on the uncomfortable side. And as I mentioned, too, we will be tracking some storm chances. However, Future Track is not doing a very good job kind of indicating how things are going to play out. So we're going to take a look at the graph model here first, and you can see it shows absolutely nothing today. And if this is the case, we're going to probably end up seeing more sunshine, and I think we might even be a little bit warmer than what's forecasted today if that were to pan out. Tonight, maybe a couple of isolated showers and storms around, and then it's showing most of Friday being pretty dry too as well, outside of a few pop-ups around from time to time. Then into Friday night and Saturday, as the cold front comes in and another low approaches to our south and east, that's when rain and storm chances will start to pick back up again. But by Saturday midday, most of the activity is done with, outside of some pop-ups around. But then as we get towards late Saturday afternoon to Saturday night, we are going to quiet things down, and the dew points will come down a little bit as well. Here's the HRRR model. This one I kind of side with a little bit more, and some of the other higher resolution data that I've seen behind the scenes that we don't have in our weather system does show showers and storms developing this afternoon and into this evening. And I do think we're going to have that with the warm front coming through, plus the boundaries that could be left over from the morning round of storms to our northwest and southwest, and any other little subtle features that could develop could fuel our shower and storm chances. And along with that, of course, the warm and the very humid conditions leading to that energy, the cape is what it's called, needed for the storms to work off of, and also that cap in the atmosphere is not all that strong, so it's not going to take much for storms to develop. And I think the rain coverage will come down slightly tonight, and then it'll pick back up again a little bit into tomorrow of the scattered variety, and then we'll start to see it kind of ramp back up again a little bit into Friday night as, again, the cold front comes through and a low approaches from the south and east. So we're not up into that likely category anymore. We're mostly in kind of in that chance category, so scattered showers and storms, generally about 40 to 50%. So keep in mind too, and as we've said this before, this is one of those things where the storms are going to pop up at random times in random locations, but just know you may have some showers and storms around at some point today or tonight, and again Friday and Friday night into Saturday morning. It may rain the entire time, it won't rain the entire time, but there may be times where you see rain for a couple of hours and then it stops, and then you'll see it again maybe the next day. And it's just going to vary time to time and location to location. Now, we get a break again Saturday night through Monday before the next system brings some more showers and storms into the forecast towards Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Now, overall rain the next couple of days, this is the next 3 days. This comes from the Weather Prediction Center. On average, we're looking at a couple tenths of an inch, but it will vary on the placement of those showers and storms and, of course, how many showers and storms we see, and also With precipitable water values being on the higher side of things again, these storms could be efficient rain producers, and I can't rule out some spots maybe picking up 1 to 2 inches of rain, if not even a little bit more. It's not totally out of the question. We also could see a couple strong to severe storms as well. The Storm Prediction Center has a marginal risk. That's a level 1 out of level 5 risk for the areas in green today. So this would be from Black River Falls to Durand to about River Falls areas south and west. Hazards today, they do have a 2% risk for a brief spin-up tornado, so we can't rule that out. Hail up to about quarter to $half size, and an isolated damaging wind gust up to about 60 to 65 miles per hour. Now, for tomorrow, for Friday, we have a level 1 risk for nearly the entire area. The exception is for areas around Ladysmith over to Hawkins and Tony over into a good chunk of Taylor County. So Medford, Westboro to near Gilman, you're not in that level 1 risk, but everybody else is. Tomorrow's hazards doesn't really support a tornado threat or much of a hail threat, maybe if you're west of Highway 53, but it does mostly support a damaging wind potential. And I really do think that any storms that turn strong to possibly severe will mostly be supportive of some isolated damaging wind gusts. The ingredients for hail and a tornado risk, not really there, but we can't totally rule it out. So just something to kind of keep in mind. And then for Saturday, the risk is mainly along and east of Highway 27, or roughly from Ladysmith to Fairchild to Black River Falls and areas east. The blue area, which is non-severe storms, is really from near Weyerhaeuser to Eau Claire to Arcadia and areas to the east. And this is after 7 a.m. on Saturday. So this would likely be for either in the morning or anything that redevelops in the afternoon. That one would mostly produce some damaging wind gusts, and again, maybe some hail up to about quarter size, which would technically be severe criteria, and also not expecting much of a flash flood potential, as these storms will be more isolated in nature and should be moving out of here pretty quickly. So just keep in mind and have ways to get those alerts the next couple of days should we see any storms develop and obviously turn strong to even severe. But we are going to be seeing those humid conditions, as I mentioned earlier. Highs today in Eau Claire about 85 degrees. The feels like temperature could approach 90 today if we see enough sunshine and dry conditions around. And then for tomorrow, kind of the same thing. Highs around 84 degrees is my forecast, with the heat index peaking as high as maybe about 88, 89 degrees. So not anything like we saw, 4th of July weekend, especially on Friday, but certainly it's going to feel a little uncomfortable nonetheless. 81, still a bit humid Saturday. Not as humid Sunday, a high of 86 with a lot of sunshine. Sunday looks great. Monday looks great too, a little toasty with a high of 89. And then those storm chances return with the next system Tuesday into Wednesday of next week. And behind that, we're actually going to see temperatures running a little bit below average. Some of the data currently suggesting highs towards the end of next week in the mid to upper 70s.